What is the primary purpose of wearing a helmet while riding a motorcycle? To protect your head and brain from injury in the event of a crash. A helmet absorbs impact and reduces the risk of traumatic brain injury. Helmet on, ride safe. What is the recommended hand position for riding a motorcycle to maximize control? Your hands should be placed comfortably on the handlebars, ready to operate controls. Hands at grip level let you react quickly to throttle, brakes, and clutch. Hands ready. Next. What is the primary function of the front brake on a motorcycle? It provides most of the stopping power, accounting for approximately 70% or more of your braking force. Using it properly shortens stopping distance but requires finesse to avoid a skid. Front brake noted. Onward. When should you use both the front and rear brakes simultaneously? For all normal stopping or slowing maneuvers to achieve maximum braking effectiveness. Balance braking stabilizes the bike and cuts stopping distance. Brakes applied. Let's continue. What is the friction zone on a motorcycle? The area between engaging and disengaging the clutch where power is transmitted smoothly to the rear wheel. Mastering it lets you roll off smoothly in traffic without stalling. Clutch smooth. Next. What is the purpose of the lean in motorcycle riding? To counterbalance centrifugal force during turns, allowing the motorcycle to corner safely. Leaning shifts your center of gravity so you and the bike stay in balance through the curve. Lean in, onward. What is the primary cause of most motorcycle crashes involving other vehicles? Other motorists failing to see the motorcycle in traffic. Make yourself visible and predictable to cut down on invisible bike accidents. Visibility up. Next. What is the best way to make yourself more visible to other drivers, especially at intersections? By wearing reflective clothing, using your headlight, and being in the best lane position to be seen. Brighter gear and strategic lane placement keep you in their sightlines. Stand out, moving on. What is the proper technique for negotiating a curve on a motorcycle? Slow down before entering the curve, look through the curve, and gradually accelerate out of it. This smooth approach keeps traction and control throughout the turn. Curve mastered. Next. Why should you constantly scan the road ahead and around you while riding? To identify potential hazards, anticipate traffic flow, and be prepared to react safely. Continuous scanning gives you more time to respond to threats. Eyes wide. Onward. What is the head check, and when should it be performed? A quick turn of the head to physically check your blind spots before changing lanes or turning. Mirrors don't show everything. Head checks cover those gaps. Blind spots clear. Next. What is the importance of protective eyewear, goggles, face shield, while riding? To protect your eyes from wind, dust, insects, and other debris that could impair vision or cause injury. Clear vision is as vital as a good helmet. Eyes shielded. Onward. When should you check your tires, brakes, and lights on a motorcycle? Before every ride to ensure they are in proper working order. A quick pre-ride check can catch small issues before they become crashes. Pre-ride done. Next. What is the cushion of safety when riding a motorcycle? Maintaining adequate space around your motorcycle to allow for evasive maneuvers. Buffers protect you from sudden stops or erratic drivers. Space secured. Onward. How can you increase your visibility at night while riding a motorcycle? By wearing reflective materials, using your high beam headlight when appropriate, and staying in the best lane position. Combine bright gear and lights for maximum nighttime presence. Night bright. Next. What should you do if you encounter an obstacle in your path that cannot be avoided by braking? Use a quick swerve maneuver to steer around the obstacle, keeping your body in line with the motorcycle. A controlled swerve is safer than a panic stop in close quarters. Swerve smooth. Onward. What is the best way to handle a sudden, strong gust of wind while riding a motorcycle? Ease off the throttle, maintain a firm grip on the handlebars, and lean into the wind if necessary. Counter steering into the gust keeps you from being pushed off course. Wind met. Next. What is the purpose of engine braking on a motorcycle? To use the engine's compression to help slow the motorcycle down, reducing reliance on the mechanical brakes. It preserves brake life and smooths out your deceleration. Engine brake. Onward. When is it safest to ride a motorcycle on wet roads? By slowing down, increasing your following distance, and avoiding sudden maneuvers or hard braking. Wet conditions demand slower speeds and gentler inputs. Wet ride. Next. What is the stale green light danger for motorcyclists? A traffic light that has been green for a long time, increasing the likelihood it will change to yellow or red soon. Identify these lights early to avoid being caught in the intersection. Green alert, onward. What is the primary purpose of pre-ride inspections on a motorcycle? To ensure the motorcycle is safe to operate and all critical components are in proper working order. A thorough check is the cornerstone of safe riding. Inspection, vital. Next. What should you do if your throttle sticks while riding? Immediately twist the throttle back and forth, operate the engine cutoff switch, or pull in the clutch and brake. Quick fixes regain control until you can safely stop and inspect. Throttle freed, onward. What is the consequence of carrying a passenger on a motorcycle without proper instruction or experience? It can significantly affect the motorcycle's handling, balance, and braking, making it more difficult to control. Extra weight changes everything. Train before you carry passengers. Passenger ready. Next. What is the importance of lane positioning when riding a motorcycle? To improve visibility, provide an escape path, and protect your space from other vehicles. Think of your lane as a safety lane. Own it. Position set, onward. What is the purpose of carrying a motorcycle endorsement on your driver's license? It certifies that you have met the state's requirements to legally operate a motorcycle on public roads. No endorsement, no riding. Know the law. Endorsement valid. Next. What is the primary danger of wearing loose or flapping clothing while riding a motorcycle? It can distract you, obscure your vision, or get tangled in the motorcycle's moving parts. Go snug. Even a loose strap can grab your bike. Gear secure. Onward. What should you do if you encounter a loose gravel patch while riding? Slow down. Keep the motorcycle upright and avoid sudden braking or steering. Upright posture and calm speed get you through safely. Gravel handled? Next. What is the purpose of a good quality motorcycle jacket and pants? To provide protection against abrasion and impact in case of a fall or collision. Armor and abrasion resistance save skin and bones. Armor onward. What is the key to managing risk when riding a motorcycle? By constantly searching for hazards, evaluating risks, and developing response strategies. Active scanning and planning keep you ahead of trouble. Risk managed? Next. What is the danger of target fixation while riding a motorcycle? Staring at a hazard or obstacle, causing you to steer directly towards it instead of away. Eyes where you want to go, not on what you want to avoid. Eyes forward, onward. What is the purpose of an escape path or cushion? A clear route you can take to avoid a collision if a hazard suddenly appears. Always know you're out, never box yourself in. Escape planned, next. What should you do if your motorcycle starts to wobble or weave? Grip the handlebars firmly but lightly, ease off the throttle, and apply slight brake pressure until it stabilizes. Gentle inputs calm the wobble, letting the bike settle. Stabilized, onward. What is the proper way to carry cargo on a motorcycle? Secured firmly, balanced evenly, and not interfering with your control or vision. Uneven loads can pull you off balance in a heartbeat. Cargo set next. What should you do if you're riding in a group and a rider falls behind? Slow down and allow the rider to catch up or stop at a safe location to wait. Group safety means nobody left behind. Group together, onward. What is the C strategy for motorcycle safety? Search, evaluate, execute, a process for identifying, assessing, and responding to hazards. A simple loop that keeps you one step ahead of danger. C engaged, next. Why is it important to use your turn signals even if you don't see other vehicles nearby? To communicate your intentions to other drivers who may not be immediately visible or may be approaching quickly. Signals broadcast your moves before you make them. Signal sent. Onward. What should you do if you encounter a roadway hazard like a pothole or debris? Try to steer around it safely, or if unavoidable, slow down and ride over it as smoothly as possible. Minimize impact by matching your speed to the hazard. Hazard passed. Next. What is the importance of proper motorcycle suspension? It absorbs bumps and keeps your tires in contact with the road, improving handling and comfort. A worn suspension lets you bounce uncontrollably. Suspension tuned. Onward. What is counter-steering on a motorcycle? Pushing the handlebar on the side you want to turn, causing the motorcycle to lean into the turn. It's the secret to quick, precise cornering. Countersteer. Next. What is the consequence of riding a motorcycle under the influence of alcohol or drugs? impaired judgment, coordination, and reaction time, significantly increasing the risk of a crash. Don't mix substances and throttle. Sober ride, onward. What is the purpose of wearing brightly colored clothing or reflective gear during the day? To increase your visibility to other drivers, making you stand out in traffic. Bright gear catches the eye before your silhouette does. Bright on, next. What should you do if you are involved in a motorcycle crash? Secure the scene, check for injuries, notify law enforcement, and exchange information if possible. Stay calm, call for help, and follow post-crash steps. Crash handled, onward. What is the proper technique for stopping quickly in an emergency? Apply both brakes firmly and progressively using the front brake for most of the stopping power. Don't grab, squeeze steadily for maximum deceleration. Brakes locked, next. What is the purpose of carrying your motorcycle endorsement on your person while riding? It is a legal requirement to prove you are authorized to operate a motorcycle. Keep it accessible, proof of legality. Endorsement, onward. What is the danger of riding too close to the edge of the road? You risk encountering gravel, debris, or a soft shoulder that could cause a loss of control. Stay centered for the safest line. Center, held, next. What should you do if your motorcycle's headlight suddenly goes out at night? Slow down, activate your hazard lights, and pull over to a safe location as soon as possible. Visibility is gone. Regroup before you ride on. Lights down, onward. What is the importance of scanning intersections before proceeding? To identify potential cross-traffic, pedestrians, or turning vehicles that may not see you. Never assume. Always verify it's safe. Intersections clear. Next. What is the proper way to shift gears on a motorcycle? Coordinate the clutch, throttle, and shifter for smooth transitions and optimal power delivery. Practice the timing for seamless up and down shifts. Shift smooth, onward. What is the danger of riding with worn or improperly inflated tires? Reduced traction, impaired handling, and increased risk of a blowout, especially on wet surfaces. Keep your tires within spec for sure-footed riding. Tires set, next. What is the primary cause of single-vehicle motorcycle crashes? Rider error, often involving improper braking, cornering, or over-accelerating. Skill and experience cut down these incidents. Skills honed, onward. What should you do if you encounter an animal on the road while riding? Attempt to slow down and avoid the animal if safe to do so. If not, maintain your path and control. Swerving wildly can cause worse crashes. Choose the safest option. Animal avoided, next. What is the purpose of knowing how to properly mount and dismount a motorcycle? To maintain balance and control of the motorcycle and ensure safety for yourself and your passenger. A steady mount-dismount keeps the bike upright. Mount secure, onward. What is the danger of riding on grooved pavement or steel bridge gratings? These surfaces can cause the motorcycle to wobble or lose traction, especially when wet. Cross at a right angle and slow down. Surface crossed.